Okay, Terrence Mckenna. I love Terrence. I think he might have taken a few too many mushrooms, however. But he was a great guy. He does, doesn't he? He's like, culture is not your friend. I was listening to an interview between Joe Rogan and Graham Hancock recently, and Graham Hancock was describing how Terrence Mckenna taught him that he can build rapport with his washing machine. He was like, yeah, you can break the boundaries with anything, even your washing machine. I'll have whatever he's having. So Terrence Mckenna said, reclaim your mind and get it out of the hands of the cultural engineers who want to turn you into a half-baked moron consuming all this trash that's being manufactured out of the bones of a dying world. That's pretty cool, isn't it? Okay, the discipline is as follows. And I would literally put it as straightforward as this. There is a magic in deciding to do something and taking consistent action towards that goal. Weird shit happens when you do that. I released a video a couple of years ago. It was like one weird tip to change your life. Choose something you want to get done, get up an hour earlier, and do something towards doing that. Ta-da! And you read the comments, people are like, I've changed my life. I was like, well, I didn't. All they said is try doing a thing that's a good thing, not a bad thing, and see what happens. And it's literally as simple as that. It's that simple, but it's the simplicity of the answer that kind of devalues it, isn't it? It doesn't feel right. But discipline is just taking consistent action over time towards a specific goal. How many of you practice the hand mnemonic? Oh, you naughty, naughty people. You must do it. It will work if you work. It will work if you do it. That's the discipline. Do it. There is no discipline but self-discipline. I used to teach that in the schools where I'd let like the class just go crazy if they wanted to, and they'd be like, why don't you stop us from shouting? I'm like, well, I can't really stop you, can I? You can only stop if you want to, if you choose to sit down and learn something from me. But if you choose not to, what am I going to do? And they'd be like, oh yeah, okay then. Well, he's not shouting at me, I'll be quiet now. Because every child spoke like Kevin the Teenager. Sorry, I'm showing my age here. It's a virtue or a skill well worth cultivating for its own sake. Cultivate the virtue of discipline. Cultivate the ability to just be disciplined, and you will have a huge competitive advantage over everybody in every field. You've no idea how lazy people are in every field. You'll be like, no, 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 in some areas they're awesome, they're amazing, they're lazy. Most of them are really lazy. You'd be shocked. You'd be absolutely shocked. It doesn't matter what the field of endeavor is. Time and again, I get to work with people in different fields, and I'm like, well, these guys are all special forces soldiers, so they're going to be like so into their health and their diet. And I'm like, what? Drinking, smoking, eating chocolate all the time. It doesn't matter what the field is. People are, by nature, lazy. It's a biological law. If you can give a little 5% more in discipline, huge competitive advantage. Now, I said to you before, you've got to be more street smart. You need more contextual and social intelligence. That's a great tip I just gave you. A little bit more discipline than that person next to you and this person next to you. You go really far. I've told you I'm really lazy, but I've built a couple of businesses and they've done really well for me. I get to choose who I work with, how I work with them, and what I get to talk about. I'm a lazy person, but I have this much discipline that saves me. It's just a bit of discipline. It's just the ability to take action consistently over time.